Six signs of a foolish person, the wisdom of recognizing ignorance. Greetings, my friends. Gather around, for I'm about to share a timeless tale. In my years of observing the world and its people, one truth stands out. Intelligence isn't just about knowledge. It's about how you carry yourself, how you treat others, and how you learn from your mistakes. Yet there are six undeniable signs that reveal someone's foolishness, or, as some might call it, stupidity. Before you dismiss this or take offense, let me explain why it matters. This isn't about judging others. It's about introspection, avoiding these pitfalls ourselves, and helping others who may not even recognize their own folly. Let us embark on this journey together, for the path to wisdom begins with awareness. Each of these signs carries a story, a lesson, and a mirror to reflect upon ourselves. Let's explore them one by one. The first sign, a closed mind. Ah, the closed mind, a fortress of ignorance, built brick by brick with fear, pride, and stubbornness. You've met these individuals, haven't you? They refuse to consider new ideas even when the truth is staring them in the face. A closed mind often masquerades as confidence, but true confidence lies in knowing you don't have all the answers. The foolish cling to their limited understanding as if it's the only lifeboat in a stormy sea. Here's a story. I once met a man who firmly believed the earth was flat. No amount of reasoning or evidence could change his mind. Why? Because admitting he was wrong felt like an attack on his pride. But a closed mind doesn't just reject ideas, it rejects growth. Imagine if every inventor or pioneer thought that way. Progress, innovation, and connection require an open mind and heart. The truly wise are humble enough to say, "I was wrong," and they actively seek new truths. Wisdom blossoms when the walls of ignorance crumble. The second sign, constant blaming. How easy it is to point fingers. A foolish person is a master of excuses. Nothing is ever their fault. Missed a deadline? Blame the system? Lost a friendship? The other person was too sensitive. But deep down, we all know the truth. Let me share another story. There was a young man in my village who dreamed of being a great artist. Each time he failed to finish a painting, he blamed the tools, the lighting, even the weather. Only when he took responsibility for his efforts, or lack thereof, did his talent truly shine. By owning his mistakes, he transformed his art and his relationships. Blaming others may feel safe, but it's a trap that stifles growth. Responsibility, though it feels heavy at times, is what sets us free to achieve greatness. The wise own their mistakes, the foolish run from them. The third sign, arrogance over humility. Have you ever met someone who always needs to be the smartest person in the room? That's the third sign. Arrogance is the mask of insecurity. A truly intelligent person listens more than they speak. As the old proverb says, the empty vessel makes the loudest noise. I once knew a young scholar who argued with me for hours over trivial matters. He was so focused on proving his superiority that he learned nothing in the process. Years later, he returned, humbled by life, and admitted, "I should have listened more." Humility isn't about thinking less of yourself, it's about thinking of yourself less. It's the key to genuine learning and connection. Arrogance, on the other hand, isolates the foolish, even when they're surrounded by people. The fourth sign, lack of empathy. This one stings the heart. A foolish person can't see beyond their own perspective. They lack the ability to step into someone else's shoes and understand their feelings. Without empathy, we're isolated, unable to truly connect with others. Let me tell you about my friend Anna. She was deeply hurt by a colleague who mocked her struggles. Years later, that same colleague faced hardship and turned to Anna for support. She forgave him, and he admitted, "I never realized how cruel I was until I felt the pain myself." Empathy doesn't just make us kinder, it makes us stronger, helping us navigate life with understanding and grace. Without it, we lose our connection to others and ultimately to our own humanity. The fifth sign, fear of change. Ah, the comfort zone, a warm, cozy prison. The foolish fear change like a child fears the dark. They cling to what they know, even when it no longer serves them. But life is a river, it flows, bends, and changes. The wise embrace this. while the foolish resist, trying to hold water in their hands. I once knew a farmer who refused to adopt new methods. His fields produced less and less each year. It wasn't until his son introduced modern techniques that the farm thrived again. The old farmer finally admitted, "Change saved us." This lesson applies to every part of life: relationships, careers, and even beliefs. Fear of change is fear of the unknown, but it's in the unknown that growth and opportunity lie. The sixth sign: talking more than listening. Have you ever learned anything new while talking? Of course not. Wisdom comes from listening. The foolish, however, love the sound of their own voice. They interrupt, dominate conversations, and rarely pause to understand others. I knew a merchant who lost countless deals because he wouldn't stop talking long enough to hear his customers' needs. When he finally learned to listen, his fortunes turned around. He said, "I learned more in a month of listening than in years of talking." Listening isn't passive, it's an active choice to value others' perspectives. Talking without listening is like planting seeds in the wind. Nothing takes root. A journey toward wisdom. So there you have it, the 6 signs of a foolish person. But remember, we've all been foolish at times. I certainly have. What matters is not where you start, but where you choose to go from here. Wisdom is a journey, not a destination. Recognizing these signs in ourselves and others is the first step to growth. As we part ways, I challenge you to reflect. Which of these signs do you see in yourself, and what will you do about it? The path to wisdom is open to all who are brave enough to walk it. Thank you for walking this path with me. May your journey be filled with growth, understanding, and the courage to embrace wisdom.